Hey guys, welcome to Y&R Daily Update YouTube channel. Today's topics: The Young and the Restless spoilers Wednesday, August 27th, Devon's discovery, Nick's damage control, Lily's loving feeling. Get updates on the latest news about The Young and the Restless straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising as outlined in our privacy notice. What is this? The Young and the Restless spoilers are in for Wednesday, August 27th, 2025. Fans can expect Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, to make a confession to Devon Winters. Bryton James, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow does damage control with Phil Summers, Michelle Stafford, plus Lily Winters, Crystal Halil, is reminded of her past with Kane, Ashby, Billy Flynn. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Make sure to check out our weekly Y&R spoilers here. Lily Winters' past. Let's begin with Lily, who will be thinking about her past with Kane, even though she claims to hate the man. She sure spends a lot of time thinking about him. While that is true, it's also true that Kane has done some terrible things. Kane wasn't directly responsible for the deaths in Nice, but they wouldn't have happened if there wasn't a mystery party. Lily might think about all the times Kane infuriated her. However, she could also begin to remember the good times. What is this? Lily Winters' past Y&R, a journey of love, loss, and legacy in Genoa City. When it comes to The Young and the Restless, few characters embody resilience and reinvention as much as Lily Winters. Over the years, she has been at the center of gripping drama, heartbreaking tragedy, and powerful love stories that defined her journey in Genoa City. Subscribe our channel for more latest update. Her past is layered with secrets, betrayals, and triumphs that have made her one of the most beloved characters in the show's rich history. From her shocking paternity revelations to her battles with cancer, her turbulent romances, and her struggle to balance loyalty with ambition, Lily's storyline reflects the perfect mix of soap opera, glamour, and raw emotional truth. Fans of Y&R know that Lily's history is more than just a collection of plot lines. It is the story of a woman who continues to evolve while honoring the Winters family legacy. Lily Winters' origin story was written with twists that laid the foundation for her complex character. When she was born, fans believed that she was the biological daughter of Drusilla, Barbara Winters, and Neil Winters, a power couple who epitomized love and strength on the show. But the shocking truth about Lily's paternity eventually unraveled, shaking Genoa City to its core. It turned out that Lily's biological father was Malcolm Winters, Neil's brother, due to a controversial night when Malcolm misinterpreted Drusilla's impaired state. This revelation set the tone for Lily's life, making her journey one of confronting painful truths while still finding the strength to define herself beyond the mistakes of others. This storyline became one of the most dramatic chapters in Y&R history, highlighting themes of family, betrayal, forgiveness, and the struggle to move forward despite the wounds of the past. As Lily grew into her own, her story shifted into the realm of young love, giving fans one of the most iconic teen romances in Y&R history. Her relationship with Daniel Romalotti Jr. was filled with angst, passion, and rebellion. Daniel and Lily's love faced relentless opposition from both of their families, making them star-crossed lovers who would do anything to be together. The bond between them solidified when they ran away together, defying their parents' warnings and setting off on an adventure that nearly destroyed them, but also cemented Lily as a fiercely independent young woman who fought for love on her own terms. Their romance was tested by lies, trust issues, and even brushes with the law, but it left an undeniable mark on Lily's early years in Genoa City. Perhaps one of the most unforgettable chapters in Lily's past was her devastating cancer battle. In a storyline that resonated with fans on a deeply personal level, Lily was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. This emotional arc showcased the raw vulnerability of the character and the incredible strength of the Winters family as they rallied around her. The writers tackled the storyline with sensitivity, highlighting Lily's fear, the impact on her relationships, and the heartbreaking reality of fertility struggles. Subscribe our channel for more latest update that the journey through chemotherapy and her courageous fight inspired countless viewers, turning Lily into a symbol of survival and resilience. This chapter not only deepened her character but also reinforced her importance as a core member of Genoa City's fabric. A woman who faced mortality yet found a way to rise stronger. Another defining part of Lily's past is her love story with Kane Ashby. Their romance became one of Y&R's most compelling and enduring relationships. At first, Kane seemed like the charming outsider with a mysterious past. But as his secrets unraveled, It was Lily who saw the good in him and gave him the chance to build a life together. Their relationship was not without turmoil. Fake identities, betrayals, and devastating tragedies tested their bond. Still, Kane and Lily's marriage became a cornerstone of the show, and their struggles with family drama, infidelity, and loss captured the hearts of viewers. The death of their daughter, the tragic accident involving Hillary and Devin, and Lily's own stint in prison for vehicular manslaughter, all played into a storyline that cemented Lily's role as one of the most layered heroines in daytime television. Family has always been at the heart of Lily's story. As the daughter of Drusilla and Neil, she carried the weight of living up to her parents' legacies. Neil, a man of honor and integrity, instilled in Lily a sense of loyalty and resilience. Drusilla, with her fiery personality and fierce love, passed down her passion and strength. Subscribe our channel for more latest update. Their influence shaped Lily's choices even as she struggled with her complicated feelings toward her biological father Malcolm. Later in life, Lily would face even more family upheaval when Neil's shocking death left a void in the Winters family that could never truly be filled. The loss of Neil devastated Lily, but also pushed her to step into a leadership role within the family, ensuring that the Winters name continued to stand tall in Genoa City. Lily's past is also tied deeply to her sibling relationships, especially with Devin Hamilton. Devin's arrival into the Winters family brought joy and complications, but over time, Devin and Lily forged a bond that grew stronger through shared struggles and triumphs. When tragedy struck with Hillary's death, Lily's role in the accident created a painful fracture between her and Devin. Her prison sentence became one of the most challenging times of her life, straining the sibling bond that had been so central to her identity. Yet, like much of Lily's story, this arc highlighted the theme of redemption and reconciliation. Slowly, she worked to rebuild her relationship with Devin, proving that the Winters family could survive even the most heartbreaking of circumstances. Lily's career journey is another fascinating part of her past. She moved from being a rebellious teen to a determined professional, carving out her own place in the corporate world. Her role at Chancellor Winters reflects her growth from someone defined by family drama into a powerhouse businesswoman determined to carry forward the legacies of those she loved. This transformation speaks to her resilience and adaptability, qualities that have carried her through years of turmoil and triumph. Her corporate battles, leadership challenges, and efforts to keep her family's interests intact have made Lily not just a survivor, but a visionary force in Genoa City. Through all of her ups and downs, Lily Winters' past has been defined by her ability to rise above heartbreak and betrayal. She has faced infidelity in her marriage, the devastating loss of her parents, and betrayals by those she trusted most. She has endured illness, imprisonment, and the constant scrutiny that comes with being part of one of Genoa City's most prominent families. Yet, no matter how many times she has been knocked down, Lily has always found the strength to rise again, earning the admiration of fans who see her as a character that represents true resilience. Today, as Lily continues to navigate new challenges and embrace her role as a leader in both her family and her professional life, her past remains a guiding force that shapes every decision she makes. Subscribe our channel for more latest update. Her story is not just about where she has been, but about the lessons she carries forward. Every romance, every betrayal, every triumph, and every tragedy has molded her into a character who is as inspiring as she is complex. Lily Winters' past, on The Young and the Restless, is a testament to the power of perseverance in the face of adversity. Her journey is not over, but looking back at the years of love, heartbreak, and growth, it is clear why she is one of the show's most beloved characters. For longtime fans, Lily's history is a reminder of how far she has come and how deeply her story has impacted Genoa City. For newer viewers, her past provides the foundation for the powerful woman she is today. A woman who embodies the legacy of the Winters family and the enduring spirit of the young and the restless. Meanwhile, Kane will also be thinking about his past. The man recorded a message to his children, admitting to a lot of mistakes. The tycoon keeps saying this is all for Lily, but won't explain exactly what he means. So, I have to wonder what kind of game he's playing and how this is supposed to redeem him in Lily's eyes. Since Kane's past was shrouded in deception, all these secrets and mysteries don't sit well with Lily at all. Nate Hastings' regret. Over with Nate, his pushing Audra, Charles, Zulia, Silver, to confess, didn't play out like anyone thought. Nate believed that it would get her to confess the truth. Instead, she dumped Nate. Subscribe our channel for more latest update. Even though Devin firmly believes the former doctor dodged a bullet, he will make a discovery. Nate will confess that he thinks he might have made a huge mistake. Nate might consider begging Audra for another chance, but Devin could try to encourage him to stay strong. Nate Hastings' regret, Y&R, from ambition to heartbreak. The doctor who lost his way in Genoa City. In the world of the young and the restless, few characters have taken as many sharp turns in their journeys as Nate Hastings. Once a beloved member of the respected Winters family and a doctor known for his compassion, Nate's path took him from healer to schemer, from a man trusted by all to someone who betrayed those closest to him. His story is one of choices, consequences, and now regret. A powerful theme that resonates deeply with fans who have watched him sacrifice love and integrity for ambition. Nate Hastings' regret has become a defining layer of his character, making him one of the most complicated men in Genoa City. When Nate first appeared on Y&R, he embodied everything admirable about the Winters family. As the son of Nathan Hastings and Olivia Barber, he carried a legacy of strength, compassion, and dignity. His early years were tied to family drama, but Nate's adulthood brought him into focus as a skilled physician with a passion for helping others. Subscribe our channel for more latest update. His career in medicine was more than just a job. It was a calling that represented his values and gave him a moral compass in a city filled with schemers and manipulators. But as the years went on, Nate's journey shifted dramatically, leading him down a path that would eventually leave him filled with regret. Nate's first major heartbreak came when he risked everything for love and suffered betrayal. His romance with Alina Dawson, once seen as a golden pairing, was shattered after a tangled web of secrets and lies came to light. Nate's involvement in Elena's breakup with Devin Hamilton created a ripple effect that cost him not only a woman he cared deeply about, but also the trust of his cousin. For a man raised with values of loyalty and family, this betrayal was devastating, and it planted the first seeds of guilt that would grow heavier with time. Nate's choices began to reflect a man who wanted more than just stability. He wanted power, recognition, and a place at the top. It was that hunger for success that drew Nate away from the medical world he once cherished. Leaving behind his career as a doctor shocked many fans and characters alike. Why would someone with such a noble calling abandon it for corporate ambition? For Nate, the answer was tied to his insecurities, his longing to prove himself beyond the shadows of his family's legacy, and his desire to carve out a future where he was not just respected, but feared. Joining Chancellor Winters and stepping into the corporate world seemed like the right move at the time. But it set him on a course filled with manipulation, backstabbing, and dangerous alliances that now fuel his regret. Subscribe our channel for more latest update. Nate's entanglement with Victoria Newman became one of the most scandalous chapters of his story. Their romance was as intoxicating as it was destructive. Victoria saw in Nate a partner who matched her ambition, someone who understood the game of power and wasn't afraid to play it. Nate, drawn to her strength and allure, abandoned his moral compass for passion and corporate ambition, but this affair cost him dearly. His relationship with Alina collapsed, leaving her heartbroken and disillusioned by the man Nate had become. Alina had once believed in his integrity, his compassion, his drive to do good. Watching him morph into someone who prioritized power over people left her devastated, and for Nate, the regret of losing her love still lingers. Perhaps the most defining regret of Nate's journey came from betraying his own family. The Winters family has always been a symbol of resilience and loyalty in Genoa City, but Nate's choices nearly destroyed that image. Aligning himself with Victoria and betraying Chancellor Winters was more than just a corporate coup. It was a betrayal of trust that ran deep within his family's roots. Devin, Lily, and other family members were left reeling, questioning how Nate could turn his back on everything his family had built. For Nate, the realization of the damage he caused has been a heavy burden, and his attempts to make amends have not fully erased the scars of betrayal. His regret in this area is perhaps the deepest, as family has always been his anchor, and losing that trust cut him to his core. The fallout of Nate's choices left him isolated in many ways. His relationship with Victoria eventually crumbled as cracks in their partnership grew wider. The romance that once seemed like a thrilling escape turned sour, revealing the fundamental differences between them. Subscribe our channel for more latest update. Nate's regret over the way he handled both Alina and Victoria has left him questioning whether he truly knows what love is, or if his ambition has blinded him to real connection. His once sterling reputation as a healer and trusted family member has been overshadowed by the image of a man who traded everything for ambition and lost. Despite all of his mistakes, Nate Hastings' regret also opens the door for redemption. In Genoa City, few characters remain villains forever, and Nate's regret makes him sympathetic in ways that outright schemers never are. His guilt over betraying his family, his longing for forgiveness, and his quiet moments of reflection show that beneath the ambition is still the man who once dedicated his life to saving others. Fans continue to speculate on whether Nate will return to medicine, perhaps using his skills as a doctor to reclaim the legacy he abandoned. Others wonder if he will mend fences with Devon and Lily, slowly rebuilding the trust that once defined their bond. Nate's regret also plays into the broader themes of the young and the restless. His journey reflects the dangers of unchecked ambition, the fragility of love when trust is broken, and the lasting consequences of betrayal. Unlike characters who revel in their manipulations, Nate's inner conflict makes him more human, more relatable. His regret serves as a reminder that even good people can lose their way. But it also leaves room for growth, healing, and redemption. Looking back at Nate Hastings' past, it is clear that his regret is not tied to a single event, but rather to a series of choices that led him away from the man he once was. Subscribe our channel for more latest update. From abandoning his medical career to betraying his family, from losing Alina to watching his romance with Victoria unravel, Nate has faced the consequences of prioritizing ambition over integrity. Yet, in that regret lies the potential for transformation. Soap operas thrive on redemption arcs, and Nate's story is perfectly set for him to reclaim his role as a man of honor. Fans who once admired him as a doctor and family man now watch closely, wondering if his regret will fuel a comeback story that restores his place in the Winter's legacy. As Nate Hastings stands at a crossroads in Genoa City, his past continues to haunt him, but his future remains unwritten. His regret makes him one of the most compelling characters on The Young and the Restless, a man defined not just by his mistakes, but by his potential to rise above them. Whether he returns to medicine, read more. Find out what happened on the last episode of Y&R, Nick Newman's Damage Control. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, August 27th, reveal that Nick will try to do some damage control. This damage control is with Phyllis. It seems that Phyllis will confront Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, about blackmailing Kane. What is this? However, Nick will jump in and try to smooth things over. After all, Nick needs to stay on Phyllis's good side to get a possible fake alliance with Kane. Nick Newman's Damage Control, Y&R, from chaos to calm. Victor's son struggles to keep Genoa City together. When it comes to The Young and the Restless, few names carry the weight, legacy, and intrigue of Nick Newman. As Victor Newman's son, Nick has always been caught between his father's towering shadow and his own desire to carve a separate path. Over the years, Nick has played the roles of hero, heartthrob, businessman, protector, and flawed man who cannot seem to escape drama. But recently, one theme has followed him more than any other: damage control. Whenever chaos explodes in Genoa City, Nick is often the one scrambling to hold everything together, patching up family feuds, protecting loved ones, and cleaning up after betrayals that threaten to destroy the Newman empire. Yet in doing so, Nick also struggles with his own guilt, heartbreak, and the weight of never being able to fully escape his family's shadow. His attempts at damage control have defined him, showing both his resilience and his weaknesses in ways that keep fans captivated. Nick's life has never been simple. Born into the powerful Newman family, he inherited the burdens of a dynasty built on Victor's relentless pursuit of control. Subscribe our channel for more latest update. From a young age, Nick's path was clear. He was meant to step into the family business, help carry the Newman torch, and continue the empire. But Nick never fully embraced his father's way of doing things. Where Victor thrived on manipulation and ruthless tactics, Nick always sought a more balanced life, one with love, loyalty, and family at the center. Unfortunately, that balance has always been tested by the constant chaos around him, forcing Nick into damage control mode over and over again. One of the earliest and most defining examples of Nick's damage control came after the tragic death of his first love, Cassie. Cassie's loss shattered Nick and Sharon's world, and in the aftermath, Nick tried desperately to keep their family from falling apart, but his grief and guilt over Cassie's accident tore his marriage to Sharon apart, leading him down a path filled with affairs, betrayals, and desperate attempts to pick up the pieces. For Nick, damage control in this era was about trying to protect Noah, trying to keep Sharon from spiraling, and trying to hold himself together while masking the pain. This period of Nick's life left a permanent scar. reminding him that even his best efforts to save his family could not always undo tragedy. Nick's complicated love life has always been another area where he finds himself cleaning up messes, both his own and others. His marriages and relationships with Sharon, Phyllis, and Chelsea are filled with passion, but also betrayal and fallout. Each time Nick strayed or made choices that broke trust, he had to enter damage control mode to repair relationships, rebuild trust, and keep his family stable. His on-again, off-again connection to Sharon has been a source of both comfort and chaos. With Phyllis, their volatile chemistry often exploded, forcing Nick to try to calm the storm. With Chelsea, the secrecy, deception, and constant pull of Adam Newman always complicated things, leaving Nick once again scrambling to pick up the pieces. These cycles of love, loss, and reconciliation have defined much of Nick's adult life, keeping fans hooked on whether he will ever find lasting peace or if he is destined to keep patching up broken romances. In the business world, Nick's damage control is just as evident. Time and again, he has been the one to intervene when Newman Enterprises teetered on the brink of chaos. Whether it was Adam scheming to take control, Victoria's leadership being challenged, or Victor making reckless moves, Nick often stepped in as the voice of reason, trying to prevent complete implosion. Unlike Victor, who thrives on conflict, Nick prefers peace and compromise. Though this approach has sometimes left him looking weak in a family that rewards cutthroat tactics, his constant effort to mediate between Victor, Victoria, and Adam has made him the de facto fixer of the Newman family, but it has also left him drained, frustrated, and questioning whether he can ever truly break free from the toxic cycles of his family's business wars. One of Nick's greatest struggles has been his relationship with Adam. Subscribe our channel for more latest update. The rivalry between the brothers has been one of the most explosive storylines in Y&R history, filled with betrayals, grudges, and bitter competition. But at the heart of it, Nick has often found himself forced into damage control mode, trying to limit the fallout of Adam's schemes, protect those Adam hurts, and shield the Newman legacy from his brother's reckless behavior. Whether it was fighting for custody of Christian, protecting Chelsea from Adam's manipulations, or stepping in when Adam tried to destroy Victor, Nick has constantly been cleaning up after his brother. Yet, despite his anger, Nick's humanity often pushes him to try to save Adam from himself, revealing the internal conflict that defines him. Anger at his brother's actions, but regret when Adam falls too far. Nick's role as a father has also been shaped by damage control. With children from different relationships, including Noah, Summer, Faith, and Christian, Nick has constantly been juggling the fallout of his own romantic chaos and the broader Newman family wars. His attempts to shield his children from the darker side of their legacy often put him in impossible positions, forcing him to be both a protector and a mediator. Cassie's death forever altered the way Nick viewed fatherhood, making him fiercely protective, but also haunted by guilt when things went wrong. His relationship with Christian in particular reflects his instinct to protect and repair, taking on the role of father even when Adam's paternity was revealed. Nick's ability to step up in moments of crisis makes him admirable, but it also means he spends much of his life cleaning up other people's messes while neglecting his own happiness. In recent years, Nick's damage control has reached new heights as the Newman family continues to fracture. Victor's manipulations, Victoria's rise to power, Adam's schemes, and Nicky's struggles with sobriety have all left Nick in the position of trying to keep the family intact. Fans have watched him walk a delicate line, torn between his loyalty to his family and his need to distance himself from their toxic patterns. His frequent departures from Newman Enterprises reflect his attempts to break free. Yet, he is always pulled back when chaos erupts, showing that his role as the fixer is not one he can easily abandon. What makes Nick's story compelling is not just the chaos he manages, but the toll it takes on him. His constant role as the peacemaker leaves him unfulfilled in his personal life, often isolated and questioning whether he will ever find happiness of his own. Damage control may be Nick's specialty, but it also prevents him from truly living for himself. Fans often wonder if Nick will ever stop cleaning up after everyone else and start building a future based on his own dreams rather than the demands of his family. Nick Newman's damage control in The Young and the Restless is more than just a role. It is his identity. From the grief of losing Cassie to the chaos of his love life, from the endless Newman business wars to the toxic rivalry with Adam, Nick has spent his life trying to hold together a world that constantly threatens to fall apart. His ability to rise in moments of crisis makes him heroic in his own way. but his regret and weariness show the cost of always being the fixer. As Nick's journey continues, fans are left to wonder, will he ever find peace for himself? Or is he destined to live in the shadow of chaos, forever cleaning up the messes of those around him? Nick Newman remains one of Genoa City's most layered and beloved characters. A man defined not just by his flaws, but by his resilience. His damage control may never be perfect, but it is what keeps the Newman family, and sometimes Genoa City, itself from crumbling completely. And in the unpredictable world of Y&R, that makes Nick Newman not just a character, but a cornerstone of the drama. Forever caught between love, loyalty, and the endless task of saving everyone but himself. Read this. The Young and the Restless casting news. Soap vet, Tamara Brown joins CBS Soap Wednesday, August 27, 2025. Over with Holden Novak. Nathan Owens, he could continue to struggle with his romantic feelings for Claire Grace Newman, Haley. Aaron, what does that mean for Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Wednesday, August 27, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount+ to find out what happens next.